never find happiness. Let me tell you this, after living like a monk like for a year, you will never find happiness. Let me explain you why. Brothers and sisters, you are looking at the wrong place. And you might have heard this before, but you will not find happiness. And especially not at the places where you are looking at. Let me explain. Many times, and especially in the beginning of my journey, I've been looking for happiness, you know. I've been looking for this place. I've been trying to find this place, this mental state, this feeling, this emotion of being happy, of being fulfilled. And so I've been looking at places, for example, hey man, when my business will reach 100k a month, and when I will buy that new Lamborghini, that new black Lamborghini, then I will be happy. Or when I will be purchasing the condo on Hollywood Hills, or whatever it might be, I will be happy. Or when I will have that girlfriend, or when I will have that relationship with these and these and these people, then I will be happy, and so on and so forth. So can you hear the dynamics over here? The dynamics and the logic behind it, where you will be able to find happiness, is adding up, doing more, adding up more to yourself. So for example, when I will be buying that new Lamborghini, then I will be happy. When I will be buying that new condo or house, then I will be happy. When I will have that relationship, then I will have adding up. When I will have the new iPhone, when I will have the new laptop, when I will, again, watching a new piece of pornography, when I will be watching a new Netflix movie, when I will be doing this, when I will be doing that. And so don't get me wrong, those are all moments when you are happy. Those are all moments when you are happy. But brothers and sisters, let me explain you this. We are human beings. We are always seeking for new things. We are always seeking for the newest opportunity, for the new thing to go after. This is what is keeping us alive. It is called dopamine, by the way, the reward. And so always going for the bigger and bigger thing will leave you to always crave more and more and never getting satisfied. And let me put this on the experimental field. I'm talking a lot about NoFap because I've been experiencing a lot with NoFap, and that is a huge part of my journey. Also sports, and also this whole self-improvement community and this whole self-improvement culture. So brothers and sisters, for example, with pornography, you're all familiar with this. You are having not the best day, and you're all about like, hey man, let's just, I have an hour over here, let's just do something. Let's, I'm feeling a bit horny over here, let's just do something. And so you're turning on the pornography, and you're like, you're starting out with some easier material. So for example, like hot girls, you're talking hot girls in bikini or something. And after that, like you're ending up in the dirtiest stuff in the, I do not even want to frame it, but like somewhere around in the deep web, like some super dirty stuff. You're ending up there because your brain is craving more and more. And the same thing in life. When you will have the Lamborghini, now you do not want the Lamborghini. Now you want the newest, ultra specific, the newest and the most rare Bugatti, or you want the only freaking Lamborghini from 52, or sorry, Ferrari for 52, which is like more than $100 million, or whatever the next scale might be. And so this is how we are eventually fooling ourselves. Every single time looking to add up more. But we are never ever thinking in the reverse dynamics of eventually going out there and say like, hey man, what if I'd be simplifying? What if I'd be cutting back? What if I would not be looking for the new fucking Lamborghini, but I would be cutting back so I wouldn't be craving for the new Lamborghini? I'm not talking about not making money. I'm on the journey to become a fucking billionaire, brother, don't get me wrong, but I'm talking about over here the rewards that we are seeking and the whole dynamics over here. Because if you're thinking about that, if you do not want to have, so for example, if you do not need throughout your day, you do not need to watch 2 hours of pornography and eat McDonald's two times a day. So for example, to hit the dopamine levels that you need, instead you're good with eating salad and eating clean food, and not watching pornography at all. And that is what I mean by cutting back. And this is more true regarding to our day-to-day activities, not necessarily our goals, but our little smaller, would say micro wishes or micro habits throughout the day. And so if you can, and now I would like to switch this whole thing towards productivity and the actual field where we can really make a use of it. So for example, if you are currently, or suppose that there is a person and and he's currently living in the basement of his mom. He's 32. He's playing 8 hours of video games. He is working 8 hours as an IT person or something, or he might not even have a job. But he eventually plays 8 hours of video games throughout the day, plays 6 hours of video games and watches 2 hours of pornography. Has zero social life, overweight, and is dealing many issues. So he's definitely not a sustainable person, a self-sustainable man, despite he's being 32. I'm not judging over here. I'm just coming up with a stereotype. Versus there's a person who is doing pretty well in life, who is, same 32, he's having a business, he's maybe even a millionaire, his social life is all good, he's making money, his health is good, so on and so forth. And so what I would like to highlight over here is that these persons can start from the same freaking place when they are 18 or 20 or 25. And so they can end up in so different directions. And this could be all traced back, due to my past experience, to how we are using our wishes, how we are systematizing our habits, and how we are having our dopamine releasing activities. And so the very first person is getting his reward pretty much from activities that is not building him, but even more so destroying him. Activities that are coming from consuming pornography, consuming video games, consuming this, consuming that. Whereas the other person is getting his dopamine from building a business process, working out, doing no-fap, taking cold showers, so on and so forth. And so this is what I've been able to experience, brothers and sisters. There are days, so for example, I'm doing 1 meal a day mostly, and what I'm experiencing is that there are some days when I'm just simply out of calories, like I'm dead, like zero freaking energy. Those are the days when I'm having a breakfast. And throughout, since I've done that, I always realize that when I'm having a breakfast, I'm like boom, like out of motivation, as soon as I eat, boom, out of motivation, out of care. Whereas there are days when I'm waking up around like 5, 6, and I'm like, I'm even sleeping 6 hours, so I could be considered as tired. My normal is somewhere around 7 and a little bit more. And so I'm like, man, like, I'm just doing this. So I'm waking up, I'm meditating a little bit, my mind starts to work, or getting crystallized. After that I'm reading, after that I'm waking up, I'm going to the gym, after that I'm running, after that I'm coming back, working on my business. This is 6 o'clock. I've been going all freaking day long. I've taken cold showers. I've been working 6 to 8 hours. I've been reading. I've been meditating. I've been working out. I've been doing all these things, and now still I'm there. So therefore I can build a processor, sit down to meditate or whatever I want to do. And so throughout those days, I do not even crave, I do not even think about food, for example. Like this is how crazy it is when you can really get on this flow with the dopamines. And so brothers and sisters, On the other days, I just simply have super shitty days when I'm just realizing that, man, like, I don't have the mood for life. I do not want to do anything. And those are the days when I'm just simply not getting my dopamines properly. And so this is how this whole thing works. So here is where this whole principle is coming from, brothers. Instead of me trying to do more, instead of me trying to add in another meal, instead of me trying to add in a new opportunity, for example, going out for the clubbing, or going out, even going out for grocery shopping became like a huge dopamine releasing activity, like a pleasureful activity, because I'm I'm restraining myself so much. And so because I'm restraining myself so much, all these boring things are getting so excited again. Because, for example, working out, I'm looking forward to run. I'm a bit anxious sometimes, but it's like, I'm just looking towards to do that, because I know that I just want to get this shit done. Look, this is giving me dopamine. And after that, I'm like, man, like, I'm not even looking to have any pleasures or fun, if you will. So, because I'm getting all of my dopamine, all of what I need from these activities. And this is what I mean by cutting back. And this is the place, and this is the place that I would like you to get to too. So, brothers and sisters, a super strong, or I would say impactful dynamic over here that I've been able to realize is living, I wouldn't like to label it, but, you know, experimenting with the self-improvement journey. Brothers and sisters, hope it makes you think, and wish for the best. Love.